Hi, this is Gerald Salenti. It's Wednesday, March 28th, 2018, and here are some of today's trends in the news. On the market front, it's a down day, except for FTSE and CAC that are up a little bit. Down in Asia, down in Europe, down in the U.S. Gold is down, oil's down, Bitcoin's up a little bit. Still having a tough time over there. As I said many weeks ago, if it couldn't stay strong over 11,000, the downside risk keeps building. So what happened? NASDAQ closes lower for a second day as Amazon, Netflix shares drop. Yeah, Amazon. Yeah, the FANGs, right? Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Oh, yeah, that Amazon stock's down, yeah? What is it? Let's see here. Amazon PE ratio is of 327.08. Like the average PE ratio is around 14 and a half. This is a company that hardly makes any money. So again, go back to what we've been writing about. The markets are overvalued and overleveraged. You don't blame it on a one-day thing. You look at the whole picture. And what a PE ratio is, it's a measurement of current share price relative to its pre-share earnings. This indicates the dollar amount an investor can expect to invest in a company in order to receive $1 of what that company's earnings are. All right? So, that's what's going on in the markets. It's a correction. The correction that we called. What else? Well, oil's down. How come oil's down? Well, oil's down because production is up. But they're worrying about tensions over there in the Middle East. They calmed down now, but that Saudi prince, he's prancing around the USA. We'll get to him in a little bit. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia, yep. Crown Prince. Anyway. So, things are quiet right now. Oil's near its peak. We keep saying it over and over again, and only something of a wild card will bring the prices back up. And as for gold, it's the same story I've been saying. You can't see gold breaking past that 1385 mark. It gets around the 1350 and then boom, back down again. Why? The dollar is again getting stronger because of fear of interest rates going higher. And, of course, the other news they're saying today is why the stocks went down. Well, those trade tensions are heating up again over there with China. But that depends on who you believe and what you read, because if you read your trend alert, you have a different story. High risk, fast-moving market madness. This is the future. But it's more than a trend alert. It's the Trends Monthly that you just received. You know, while the newspapers and magazines shrink in size and content, we at the Trends Journal are growing larger, publishing more frequently. And in the spirit of rebirth this season, we're even giving you more. Do you want to see why it pays to invest in the Trends Journal? You know this story, but here it is in today's Wall Street Journal. Self-drive honeymoon cut short. No kidding. Hey, take a look at your Trends Monthly. Don't buy the buzz, driverless vehicles headed over cliff. And there's more to it. Self-driving cars? How about an engine in your wheels? And again, one of the reasons I said the markets are going down today, those tech stocks and Facebook. Facebook, hey, take a look at your Trends Monthly. Why not call it MySpace? Because MySpace destiny for Facebook is a great opportunity for entrepreneurs. Again, read all about it. Everybody talking about all that blockchain. How about Hashgraph? That could change the blockchain world. One story after another. Renewable energies, electricity, microgrids, progress in battle against antibiotic resistance. The world is running out of sand. One trend after another. From the major geopolitical events, equity markets, to environmental, new energy, and you name it. All in your Trends Monthly. So, going back to what's going on in the markets, and in your Trends Journal, what you just received, investors worry they stayed too long. The stock market's violent swings in recent days have investors wondering anew when the 9-year bull market will finally turn bear. Well, you know when it finally turned correction when it did, and we're saying where it's going. More information to see the direction in your Trends Monthly. Oh, and what did they say today? That, hey, the reason the markets went down, one of them is they're afraid of that trade war with China. Well, that's not what they said yesterday in the news, because here it is in the Financial Times, Tuesday. China steps up efforts to avoid U.S. trade war. Yeah, we don't see a trade war. Again, read your Trends Monthly. The top story in there about the economy. We're talking a $60 billion maybe trade readjustment with China, and we have a $375 billion merchandise trade deficit. That's chump change, chump. And you know the chumps that keep putting out the garbage that the people listen to, that disgusting human being, you remember him, Larry Summers. Talked about him, we'll keep talking about him. The guy that destroyed the Glass-Steagall Act and much of this country. A loser. Larry Summers. Trump's steel tariffs are a bad idea for U.S. even without Chinese retaliation. Yep. Larry Summer, piece of crap. Yeah, who would listen to this clown of a jerk who's been wrong about everything? But he's in the club, man, and that's all this is. You're in the club, you get the dough, and everybody else loses. Because if you don't believe that, you know what I've been saying about the reports of the tax cut that Trump gave the very wealthy. According to researchers that are non-biased, such as the Tax Policy Center. Between 80 and 83% of the tax cuts went in to the pockets of guys like Summers and Trump and the rest of the billionaires. Poll. Majority of Americans say they're not seeing change in paychecks due to tax cuts. Where did this come out, by the World Socialist Organization? No. CNBC. Wow. A business channel. A CNBC All-American Economic Survey finds 52% of working adults say they haven't seen a change. Just 32% of working adults report taking home more money due to tax cuts. Isn't that great? So, you see what's going on. This economy is on a thin thread, because when interest rates go up and people aren't making more money and their debt burdens are going higher with all the credit card debt, personal debt over $13 trillion, mortgages, taxes, you name it, on and on. Again, read your Trends Monthly to see where it's going and what you may consider doing to prepare for what's ahead. And again, we don't give investment advice. We give you the trends and strategic actions to consider. West Virginia tests secure mobile voting app. West Virginia, one of the poorest states in the nation, coming out with blockchain technology. That's right, for one of your top trends for 2018, blockchain democracy. It will initially be limited to military voters and their spouses and children. However, the state plans to expand the program to all 55 counties in the upcoming November general election, if the pilot proves successful. Now here's the line. Security experts, in the wake of Russian interference in the 2016 election, there was no proven Russian interference, but they keep selling the lies, and they get away with it. Propaganda, and that's why you have to read the Trends Journal. No one could buy us out or make us say anything but the truth. We're not prostitutes. We're not whores that get paid to put out by their Washington Johns and their corporate whore masters that make them repeat these lies. No proof. Show me evidence. Anyway, having increasingly pointed to blockchain technology as a way to secure election systems and ensure confidence in future votes. And the confidence we want to ensure is to get rid of the con men and con women that call themselves politicians, these people that do manipulative things to enrich themselves. We vote on the issues. I don't need a clown like Cuomo or little Chucky Schumer or out of his mind John Insane McCain or Madman McConnell or Lindsey Graham or any other jerk lowlife to tell me how to vote, and they don't represent me. They represent the people that pay them off. Campaign contributions that adults call bribes and payoffs. Blockchain democracy. That's the future. And we could have it if you want it to happen. Oh, what can I do? I can't do anything. I know what to do. All those little high school kids are taking to the street. Let's listen to the high school kids. Let them build the future for us because I'm a gutless coward. That's the people's excuse. I don't need a high school kid to lead me. We should be leading them. Oh, you want to stop gun violence? Start with the military. Hey, how about that new budget deal they just pushed through? Majority of $1.3 trillion U.S. omnibus spending bill goes to the military. Yeah, that's right. Keep giving them all that money. You want to stop gun violence? Stop it with them. Look at the people the United States is murdering around the world. Oh, and who they got here now that they're bringing around and propping up everywhere? The clown prince, as I was saying before, of Saudi Arabia. What a lovely country. Hey, where are all you Me Too women, huh? Don't you love the way the clown prince treats the people over there? Hey, pretty soon the women's are going to be able to drive. Some of them. Yeah. Oh, and he's going to be on Oprah. And you know who else he's meeting with? Bloomberg. And he's meeting with, a whole list of very, very prominent people. Chucky Schumer, Henry Kissinger, the New York Times, Thomas Friedman, Rupert Murdoch, the Atlantic's editorial board. Oh, wonderful. New York Times, Washington Post. Oh, Condoleezza Rice, Barack arrogant BS Obama, John Frankenstein Kerry, all the murderers. They love him, don't they, huh? Who else do we got here? Oh, little Georgie Bush. And boy, is the media promoting little Georgie again. They're making him almost look like a normal person. Yeah, he went to a party and he danced. That was the story that came out last week. Yeah, he should be dancing in jail for lying us into war and destroying Iraq. But that's only another story. And he's meeting with Tim Cook of Apple, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, CEOs of Microsoft, Boeing, Amazon, Uber, and Walt Disney, and Lockheed Martin. Isn't that great? What a great country we have, huh? Bringing around a guy like that as the United States, and Lockheed Martin, of course, supplying the Saudis with armaments, munitions, intelligence. What intelligence? Refueling so they could slaughter innocent people in Yemen, and it doesn't even make the news. just like this story didn't make the news. Rebels shell Syrian capital, killing at least 27 civilians, wounding nearly 60 others. Yeah. One line in Reuters, in none of the prostitute media in the U.S. It was also reported in more detail in Iran's press TV, but that was it. Hey, those wonderful rebels with a cause that the United States and Saudi Arabia are supporting. Could you imagine if it was the other way around and the Russians shelled and killed 27 and wounded 60 civilians? Oh yeah, it'd be a humanitarian crisis. But the United States, it's just another day of hypocrisy, war, murder, stupidity, ignorance, and the people taking it from the people that are destroying their lives.